guys, and welcome to day 3 of German Beer Week. And
there's a little bit of a chill in the air.
So I need something that's going to warm my shackles. So the window's closed, the heating's on. I've got my scarf which doubles up as a really genuinely cosy blanket type thingy. And I've got a bit of a German classic. And as you can see, we're going over to Bavaria and looking at the first ever Doppelbock, the granddaddy of all Doppelbocks. Doppelbocks for me are probably my favourite sub-style in general when it comes to beer. I think I've only ever had maybe 1 or 2 bad examples of a Doppelbock. And although I have already reviewed this on my channel, and in fact I think I did a live review with Dean from Dean's Beer Reviews, I thought, let's get another bottle of this. This was before I decided I was doing the German Beer Week, but we will play along as if I was buying this in preparation for German Beer Week. So so when I knew I wanted to do German Beer Week, I thought, let's go back to the classics. And so we're going over to Paulaner over in Munich, and we're looking at a bottle of Salvator, which is Doppelbock, clocking in at 7.9% ABV. And spoiler alert, I really enjoyed this beer. It's not my favourite Doppelbock, but like I said, I'm just a massive fan of the style, so it seemed only right to actually include maybe a couple, depends, because I've not planned this series out. Oh yes, I have.
Not really, but
pick this up from beersofeurope.co.uk. Fantastic website. I picked up a few German beers. In fact, I picked up a whole box of Oktoberfest stuff fairly recently, and I thought I'd revisit this because it's one that I've not had for quite a while, to be honest. I think the last time I had Salvator when I was back in Germany, and I got a 6-pack of it in 330ml bottles and drank them a little bit too quickly and felt like death the next day. But that is the price you pay, I suppose. You could get like a 6-pack of 330ml bottles from the supermarket for like €4, and then you could get the same with the Assambock from Weltenberger, Kloster, another beautiful Doppelbock, and oh my lord, to live in Germany again. Without any further ado, let's get this beer opened and see what we get. I should say, wonderful artwork on this one. Lovely, lovely stuff. And beautiful Paulaner crown. So, I haven't watched my previous review of this, so I'm going into this pretty blind again. So, if you want to hear what I initially thought of this, then I will include that review in the description box. Not use the German glass for this one. I do need a proper German glass, because I've got a glass sort of Stein type deal, but I didn't really want to use that, because they are a little bit clunky when you're trying to drink from them. But since Cloudwater do some absolutely wonderful lagers, and apparently they're going to be doing a Doppelbock this winter, I thought I'd use this glass. But I need some more brand appropriate German glassware. Let's see what we get when we pour it into the glass. There we go. Yeah, this angle's a little bit odd, and the framing of the video in general is very poor, so I do apologise. But there we go. So beer in the glass then, and that's got a lovely sort of burnt orange look to it. Reminds me of like a sunset. But clear, lovely carbonation going up to that just shy of 2 fingers worth of a slightly beige looking head. It's actually a little bit lighter than I remembered it being, to be honest. But yeah, you get that sort of like lovely malty look with this. A little bit of amber hue in there. But yeah, I do actually remember this being a little bit darker. But that being said, it has been a long time since I've had that. And most of the other DOC blocks have been a little bit darker. So I think you just always have these like ideals in your head when it comes to this sort of stuff. But yeah, it certainly looks lovely, doesn't it? So let's see what we get on the nose. Sticky toffee. You get that ABV on the nose, but it's more of like a sweet brandy-like character. It's got this like sort of chewiness about it. A little bit of nuttiness, like caramelized nuts, dark berries. There's that musky earthiness that you get with traditional German beers. It's got a lovely sweet cakiness about it as well. It's a very bold smelling beer, and the aromas you do get are really, really nice. So yeah, I'm very, very excited to reacquaint myself with Salvator. So let's get reminiscing and remembering old times. Prost. And the memories are flooding back now. It's so familiar. It's like catching up with an old friend. Do you know what I mean? This is why I'm doing this series, is for beers like this, because it goes from being an alcoholic beverage to something so much more. This beer, to me, this is like German brewing culture and heritage. It's got such a rich history and a story, and it shines through in the beer itself. It's not just a beer. I know I've used the argument sometimes, this is only beer. But of course that depends on what the circumstances. When it's been overly politicised, then that's when I'll say, well, come on, it's just a hobby. It's just a beer. But when you drink stuff like this, it's more than a beer. Do you know what I mean? I've completely flip-flopped there and contradicted myself, but it's taking me back. Do you know what I mean? It's taking me back to a German winter where I've stocked up on Doppelbocks. It's a little bit chilly. Have a couple of these because it is warming you up inside. That ABV is evident, but it's not harsh. It's actually not as evident as I remember it being. But it does warm you from the inside. And you get these lovely, deep, dark, rich flavours from it. A really dark sweetness as well. Then you get these lovely, earthy hop characters coming through. It's almost got like a woodiness to it. It's just so bold and mature. And you're drinking not just brewing history, but German history when you drink these beers. I know Paulaner is a big conglomerate with other breweries under their umbrella. And I know there is the debate about the Reinheitsgebot going on now and that sort of stuff. But when you drink something like this, it doesn't matter because it's just such a satisfying experience. Yeah, this is one of those beers that you sit back and just take in what you have. Do you know what I mean? And at the same time, you can become really quite sentimental. And I get that a lot with German beers. And that's why I love doing little series like this, and I love getting any opportunity I can to drink German beer. I've said it countless times, Germany for me has the best brewing heritage and history. It's got the best beer culture, the old and the new. It's got it's got the big traditional, world-renowned historical beers that we all know and love. But at the same time, it's got probably one of the most exciting craft beer movements and scenes in the whole world. And unfortunately here in the UK, we only get a smidgen, like the most microscopic point of that iceberg is what we receive here in the UK. And yeah, it might have cost me 3 to 4 times more than what I'd pay for that bottle back in Germany, but it's so worth it. Do you know what I mean? It's a standout of the style. It's the originator, and it's a bloody good beer at the end of the day. I know this has been more a rambly sort of video because I already have reviewed it, but yeah, it's just nice to just take a step back and drink something that is really lovingly and masterfully crafted. Slight sherry notes in there, lovely alcohol warmth, no harshness from that alcohol. Those malts are singing in this glass. It's sticky sweet. It's got a bold body. There's a woodiness there. There's a cakiness there. Brown sugar, molasses. It's such a lovely and wonderfully robust and complex beer. It's as close as to perfection as you can get with a sort of beer. As I said, it's not my favourite Doppelbock, but I can't pick out any faults of this. And plus, I attach so much to this sort of beer that it's a 10 out of 10. It's stylistically, of course, it's going to be perfect. Taste-wise, it's hitting all those high notes. And on a somewhat dreary evening like this on a Sunday, I can't think of a better time to open this bottle and enjoy it. So yeah, if you have tried it, then let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Are you a fan of the Doppelbock style? Are you a fan of German beers? What's your favourite Doppelbock? Thoughts and opinions, recommendations, always welcome. Especially if you've got any you'd like me to try and for me to source. Doesn't have to be German, it can be from a craft brewery, it can be another sort of traditional European attempt or an American attempt. I just love the style and I've yet to be really disappointed with it. So yeah, beautiful beer, absolutely wonderful and perfect for this time of year, even though I could happily demolish this on the hottest and sweatiest summer evening. Do you know what I mean? It's just that bloody good. So yeah, revisiting Paulaner Salvator. It definitely won't be the last time. This is one of those ones where if I buy a bottle, I'm going to buy 2 or 3. Because it's just a beautiful beer. And if you agree with me, fantastic. If you disagree, fair enough. Different strokes for different folks and all that sort of stuff. If any of my friends and fellow beer tubers have reviewed this one, then I'll put their links down below. I'll put my original review in the description as well as my Paulaner playlist, because I've got quite a few Paulaner related beer reviews, as well as my German beer review playlist, and of course the Doppelbock playlist. So check out those links down below. Check out Paulaner, check out all of that information. Big shout out to beersofeurope.co.uk for stocking this beer. Great range of German beers and European beers, well, in international beers in general, and great service as well. So if I've got someone to praise, I'm going to praise them. But yeah. Well, this has been something a little bit different, a little bit of a change of pace from the last couple of days. If you've not watched those previous videos, I'll put the German Week playlist down below as well. And yeah, I'm not too sure what I'm going to be having tomorrow, so we shall wait and see. Anyway, hopefully I'll see you then, and hopefully you enjoyed this beer review. And yeah, hope whatever you drank along with, you enjoyed it, and just let me know what you did drink. And I'm terrible at ending videos, it would seem. Anyway, vielen Dank und auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Terrible, terrible, terrible way to end a video. Can't even switch the